Everyone in chat, fucking obviously, we are the team. We have Ghost Freak 66 on the left, Slash in the middle, and obviously myself in the right. We do this from every. I don't know. We used to do it every couple of weeks. We haven't done one in about probably a month, and we just pretty much sit here and we talk about Tarkov. So, if you guys have questions for us, feel free to chuck them in the chat. We will try and answer as many of them as we can. But just be patient. We do read your messages. There's three of us looking at the same chat, so we don't miss them. And hopefully we can answer some of them as we talk about Tarkov, issues in the game, things we love, things that we're excited about. And yeah, so obviously we just had patch 0.10. I'm going to call it 10, 10.5, and 11 from now on, alright guys? So it's just easier. So we had 10 a few weeks back. A lot of really good things. There were a few issues, but overall, the game seems a lot smoother. Probably actually, just straight off the bat, one of the coolest things I actually like about the patch is, when you die now, you got that like little rag doll, and you're like, you actually,
awesome.
You hear the person
falling down,
troll you like as you're falling. Like that stuff
steps on you.
Yeah. That just like little things like that. Those things have just made the game that little bit more enjoyable.
It really helps to see when I get a really solid trade 5 raids in a row.
Yeah. I mean, the networking, in a sense, the networking has gotten better, but something half of the way just became like, I didn't see any trading in the beginning of 0.10 for me. And then there was 1 week of solid, like, I can remember the day where they made, oh no, we updated interface or something. And I was like, oh, this is bad. First strat, trading. And I had 19 of them at a stage.
What the hell?
And a wild sorry.
Kangaroo mom.
And a wild kangaroo pizza.
Hey, mom. I got hosted by Smoke earlier today, and I got 4 trades in a row off the bat. I was like, I'll put on a show for you boys. Bam. In a row.
Yeah.
It was
ridiculous.
I think the funniest trade I actually had was it with Arsas, your mod? And
yeah.
I had a Mosin. I missed my first shot. He kills me, and on the second shot, I was like falling down like from the death, and I clicked as I was falling. No idea how the bullet hit him, and I was like, "I'll take it." And then I saw a clip of it, and he's just raging hard at me, like, "Hey, that was best." That
sounds about right. Yeah. Arsas's rage is epic. You hear him
about the trading
sometime.
About the trading, it's not because of like one person being behind. It's actually both the people are being behind. So it's not just like a one thing. So you can actually see. I've got videos and clips of people dying. They're dropping their guns. The gun's not even in their hands, and then you see the muzzle flash, and I'm getting hit, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
I've stopped shooting. You're shooting me while you're dead. And I actually got blacked out, like, fully from that. And on his screen, I'm doing the opposite as well.
Well, yeah. But I've had ones where I have been killed by people that are completely dead on the ground, but it's just networking, man. Like it's the lag interpolation, and that lag interpolation is telling you that they're behind where they actually are because they're lagging so much and you're lagging so much, and so it's fucked.
The interesting thing about it is it's almost like their excuse for slightly, instead of having desync, you've got a trade instead.
Trade instead. Yeah. So it's oh man.
I feel like
I would rather take desync. I would rather have desync than both of us dying. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just feeding the scavs, man. I feel like they've been put in the game to make people feel like it's fair. It's like, hey, well, rock, paper, scissors. If no one can win, then we'll cut both your hands off. There you go.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Well, overall though, like there was how there was that issue with the frame rate being linked to FPS, and then Like I did my test, and Ghost did his, and Veritas has done his. I feel like it's better. Personally, I feel like it's a lot better. I know that I think, did they end up making it a lot better for the full auto?
So the full auto they fixed.
Yeah.
There is currently a glitch where you can make your keys
Enough.
I'm not going to explain how to do it, but essentially I can make the delay between the shots disappear completely, and I can open up anything in the game. It's like having a macro that double clicks everything. Instead, there's no delay, so you're shooting without any delay. So that's reported and getting hopefully fixed. But another problem we had is resolutions. Playing on 2K and 1080p.
Yeah.
It changes spread, hipfire, recoil, FOV. So that was a whole shenanigan, and then they patched the FOV thing. But I mean, it is getting to a point. We're finally seeing like progress. Like they're at least going, oh shit, yeah, okay, cool, we'll work on that. So
I feel like they're doing a really good job at the moment. I think they're keeping up really well with like the demands of the community. It's like everything in time and everything has effort, but there's been a real marked improvement in the speed that they're pushing patches, the efficacy of the patches, and their communication. Still not getting patch notes, but we can complain about that forever. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
The 10 patch notes were a lot better than previous patch notes by far.
Oh yeah. So it's getting like that much patch notes to 0.10 being, I can actually scroll down twice, you know. That's a massive improvement. Even if it is like, oh, you cannot stub your toe anymore on this position, then that's awesome.
No, that's good. That's good. But that's what you need to know. You need to know that stuff.
I feel like, you know, with the technical patches, they either are technical patches that fixes server issues and stuff like that, which, you know, like, I know last night they changed Kibber Store, 100%, without a doubt. I went from RSAS M4 fully kitted every time I go in there to every second at worst to now it's dead empty almost. I went like 7 raids today.
I went in there before and found an RSAS and an M4.
You might have been lucky.
Like,
how many times did you do Kibber today?
Yeah. Every raid.
And
pretty much.
How many times did you find a full fucking kit out store like before?
Yeah, about normal. It seemed normal for me. Maybe you just got unlucky, but it seemed, or maybe I just got lucky, but it seemed normal for me. I actually found 2 Reaper IRs today and multiple RSASs.
Just the weapons.
And,
I feel like the
multiple
weapons have
M4s,
dropped.
It feels the same to me. I don't know.
I don't know. I went in.
Oh,
This is all
becoming a robot.
Oh no. Give me a second.
We lost
It's not fixed.
We're gonna Ghost Freak down. Just mute your microphone for a minute, Ghost. Oh, he's coming back.
Oh, he's back.
We're good.
We're gonna waving flag.
I don't even have the stream open. Discord. Discord is going down.
No.
It's better now.
Slash and I good.
I'm good.
Anyway.
Okay, you guys talk on.
Robot.
Just leave the call and come back.
I'm getting cut in half on the stream.
You're back. I don't know. We lost Ghost.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have an overlay for that. Well, we'll just have to drop the overlay. So we'll go with this. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually haven't seen the Anton video about the blunt damage yet. Have you seen it, Slash?
Me neither. No, I did do some testing on my own, and I found that stuff like CCI Luger rounds, 11 rounds to a Gen 4 for a kill. Crazy. Like, 11 rounds from an MP5 is just up, like, insane, man. It's so quick. And SP7 is like,
Super
it was like 13 rounds. 13 rounds to a Gen 4 for a kill, like to the chest. Like it was insane, man. Like the blunt damage rounds that are good now, and a slug from a shotgun, 5 rounds to a Gen 4 to kill. Like it was very good,
Yeah.
like I like them, but oh my god, man, the high blunt damage rounds are so fucking powerful now. Yeah, and the are you still roboting?
Oh man.
um, oh, the clean is amazing. The clean's fire rate is so high, man, and it destroys people. But the one thing I've noticed is that the fort has a much higher blood damage transfer rate to the actual body. So forts actually seem worse than Gen 4s.
Could it be based around the durability? Oh, actually, no, because they both got 80.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, close to it, but wait, is it 8? Yeah. But the forts have a higher blunt damage conversion rate to the thingo. So forts are actually really shit at the moment, and Gen 4 fulls are the best armor in the game, from what I've found. And the it actually seems like I think it is the material that they're made of, but it seems as though the tack vests are actually a lot more effective. Like when you're wearing one, you feel like a beast.
So using a tack rig instead of an actual armor, or you wear both?
No, both. Like a tack rig over a Gen 4 seems to be the meta right now. Whenever I wear that, I'm really good. I think we broke Ghost, yeah.
Yeah, we broke him. He'll be back. But yeah, hey, we needed blunt damage in the game anyway. I've actually been quite annoyed about the fact that you can. I almost feel the point where a shotgun should rip someone's head off. You know what I mean? Like at close range.
Oh yeah.
You know, 1 to 2 bullets.
Oh, I think even if they're wearing a helmet, if you hit someone with a shotgun slug, I don't care what is stopping it, whatever it is, unless it weighs. So physics tells me unless the object weighs more than the pounds per square inch of the shotgun shell, which is fucking massive, then the object moves, and a helmet and a head don't weigh very much. And
also, you got to remember the pressure point of the area. We're talking physics now. The pressure point of the
very
slug,
very tiny, yeah.
The force with the weight of the force pushing into that small amount of area needs to be dispersed over the armor. Would still crush ribs and lungs and internal bleeding.
Just say you got hit in the head. The amount of pressure that is going to be put onto your head doesn't weigh very much, and it's like fulcruming. Like if it hits you in the top of the head and it gets a solid hit in your forehead, your head's going to fulcrum on its spine, and it will snap your neck.
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking way it would not snap your neck. There is no fucking way. Even like if you got hit in the forehead with like a fucking baseball bat, it'd probably snap your neck if it didn't crack your skull. But that's a fucking slug, man. That's like what is it, a quarter-ounce slug traveling at like fucking, I don't know, 1,800 feet per second or whatever they travel at.
About 80 meters a second, I think.
Yeah, the thing's putting down heat, man.
Oh, probably
I think it's gonna
maybe 150.
That'll just dust your vertebrae instantly. Like, no fucking way that your spinal cord wouldn't snap and you'd die instantly. I don't know who's going to be testing this, but I'm not taking a shotgun slug to the face, but I think it'd be an insta-kill.
370 meters a second, there you go.
370 meters? Yeah, exactly. That thing is fucking hauling ass, man. Like 1,200 feet per second. Wow.
I got a thing, like, so...
1 ounce, no quarter ounce? Yeah, 1 ounce, yeah.
So you know how I did that shot the other day on Shoreline, where I shot someone from 1,170 meters. Before that, I did a kill at 9. I think it was around the one that was around 940, 950.
Yeah.
And the sight's zeroing. Like, obviously, I could only 0 to 300. I really wish they'd fix this because the trajectory is so wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
that's crap, man.
Apologies for that. The trajectory is so wrong because 0 to 300, you should just be aiming point of aim anyway. Like center of scene mass. You shouldn't have to re-zero your scope from 0 to 300.
No.
Nah, not at all. What is the drop on a 5.56 or 308? It's like fucking 2.7 inches at 300 yards. That's pointless.
Exactly.
You just aim for the forehead. Yeah.
So I feel like you should be able like. All right, so the furthest shot you can feasibly take on woods is around 580 meters. All right, I pretty much did the longest line of sight spot on woods, and for 580 meters, thank you very much for chat. Is 580 meters. I should be able to zero a scope to 600 and take that shot without having to adjust. Personally, I want to be able to.
One thing that I noticed.
I want to be 2K scope, man.
The one thing that I noticed is the ATAC, man. The ATAC, the 35 times, that only zeros to 600 meters. That's not right.
It does 0 to 600, does it? Because the Night Force is only 300. The Night Force 2K.
What, the 35 times?
The Night Force 2K only zeros to 300.
That's not correct. That's in no way correct, man. That's so I can go way further than that. I've got one. It can go. I sight that into a without even
in game,
like
it's 300 meters
in game. Man, without MOA blocks on that, I can sight that to 1,000 yards, just like flat on the rail. Man, that's ridiculous. Like that's and most scopes can like.
Am I roboting again?
No, you're perfect, mate.
No, you're good. You're good.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Slush. Now I can say something.
What?
I love you, Slushy. Okay, that's all. Continue. Where did I... what are you guys talking about? The ranging. Is it about how far you shot, Pest?
And not exactly that shot. It's actually one of the first ones I did. There was two. There was one that was at about 580, which is pretty much the furthest feasible shot you can take on woods. And there was another one around 900 meters. You should be able to zero your scopes out to that distance, and then from that distance, take a shot. The reason why we don't snipe in this game is because we can't take sniping shots.
Yeah.
Pest? What FOV did you use?
75. But it doesn't matter.
Further ranges, trust me. Ask Anton. Further ranges, he got more accurate shots by being on lower FOV. I'm not even joking.
Trust me, at 900 meters in this game, it won't make any difference.
Oh, yes. No. That's, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, at further ranges, we had to fully go down. Did resolution, like, from 2K, our spread with Veritas' spread and my spread, from 2K to his 1080p, we shifted down, and we had different, ranges and everything.
So when you were shooting at targets for, like, did you make a fake range, effectively?
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Close quarters, mid, we all had the same attachments, same everything. Like, ergonomics does nothing. It does nothing.
It does nothing.
Confirmed.
I've seen
nothing to scope. No scope, no sway, nothing. So the people that keep coming to the streams will be like, "Hey, ergonomics is the best." It's nothing in the game. Essentially,
I tested it, and the only thing that I found was placebo effect. I think it was, and even if it was increasing the ADS time, it was such minutia, man. Like it could be accounted for with my lack of ability to scope in fast.
Sorry, but yeah, I think from that testing of that shooting, that was one of the things it's straight off the bat just realized. I was like, hang on a minute, this is wrong. I shouldn't have to. Even the target that was at 560 to 580. I can't remember the right number, but it was probably 3 to 5 meters above its head, the person's head I was shooting, and I'm like, no.
That's not right.
No, it's not.
This is what I'm saying. It's like the sights are so off, and it's strange that you get different. If you switch up, like, why would resolution change the spread of your gun or the range of your gun or the hip fire, like point fire of your gun? Like, I don't know. Like, honestly, me and Veritas, we sat there. I mean, why does the 74 become more accurate when you take off the rear sight? It's like that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Like it's actually zeroed when you take off the iron sight at the back, where if you don't have it, and it's just like, okay,
Way off.
yeah,
I haven't used the iron
yeah,
sights
cool.
in ages. They're terrible. Even
Yeah, but that
Pestily,
relates to
they're
scopes as well.
so-
My biggest issue with the iron sight
Yeah.
is they take up too much of your screen. I lose like a third of my screen because, maybe more, because I'm using an iron sight. Whereas I don't want to say the gun should sit lower, because I understand the point of aim should be at the center of the screen. But if I use a scope, I've got a reticle inside a clear area opening up,
Yeah.
and the gun sits lower, so therefore less of my screen's taken up. It's just unfortunate. It's the way it works.
Well, it just seems as like they're not using like because there's a few different methods that you use to sight your iron sights in, and they're just using none of them. Like you go like your half cover, full cover, and like your like bottom, but they seem to be using like the barrel. Like it's as though all of the guns are just bore sighted. Like
exactly.
that's
But the
that's what it
problem is not all of them are. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you test the Glock shoots perfect above white, on its
Yeah.
sights. You can headshot someone perfectly with a Glock, and any other pistol, it's all ball. It's all shooting out of the ball. So it makes me
Well, it's as though you got to look down the bore and aim with that, man. Can we get some camera bullets up in here? Like, where's Vortex when you need them?
Wait,
We need those special April Fool's camera bullets, boys.
when you shoot a Mosin though without its rear sight, it's perfectly accurate, which is kind of interesting.
But when you hip fire that gun, it is wild. Like it is a 2 meter radius.
But there is
and
a
it
sway.
is a 2 meter
There is
cone
sway
in front of you, man.
when you're hip firing. On every gun, there is actually a little bit of sway.
Yeah. No, but it's like even you're standing completely still, it's like trying to spray a hose, man.
Yeah.
And it's on the spray setting. I got a few like no scope kills that have been it's hard to do. It is hard to do.
I did one today. I just like executed someone from behind. I ran up behind him and just went back of the head. Just kept running.
I got an epic one at the end of my stream tonight. Two guys come up to me while I was sitting inside Keeper, and all I had was a Mosin, and I walked out the door, and he pushed the door, and I just pushed out, put it in his mouth, and killed him. I felt so bad for him. I was like, "Suck on this."
What do you think about the change where they moved it from the weapon going up to the going sideways?
Oh, it was barely a change, wasn't it? Really?
I've noticed it's better with some guns. Like, there are actually some guns, but shotguns in particular are bad. Like, as soon as you go near anything, the shotgun goes sideways. Other guns aren't too bad, but...
Yeah. Speaking about weird glitches when it comes to touching things, would you guys like to talk about the glitch that I discovered today, or is that something you wouldn't want to...
the grenades.
Have you done testing on it? Like,
Yeah.
have you actually got, like, proper testing done?
Yeah. I can throw a grenade through
Are
anything.
you going to make a YouTube video about it?
I don't know if I want to. I feel sort of bad. I don't want to do an LD.
Have you reported it?
Have you
A
reported
lot of
it?
people. I tested it while I was on stream, and like there was like 20 people in the chat because I only just switched over from I stopped my stream and then came back from MGS, and there was like probably 50, 80 people in the chat, and that all of them were like, "I'm reporting that right now." I was like, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that thing was in the game. It was a problem before, where the M67 is just like straight through factory. It would show that the grenade hits the wall, but inside the room, someone would just go, "Ugh!" The grenade goes into the room and kills everything.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, I tested it today in offline mode, and I tested probably 100 plus grenades of flashbang RGDs, F1s, and smoke grenades, and I was able to throw them through the walls literally without failure. And then I sort of subconsciously tested it when I was stuck inside the Kiba, and I was like, fuck it, I'm stuck in here. And then my first bet was like, throw a grenade through the wall. And so I threw a grenade through a wall and killed a guy, and I felt really bad after.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so overpowered. Like, you can literally go to any wall, even the back wall of Kiba, and throw them through sparkling lights into Kiba.
Oh my gosh. Really?
So you don't even need to expose yourself to shots from Kiba to just pepper the entire place with grenades.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
But yeah,
Oh
you can do it. I was throwing grenades from the stairwell in factory into the office, throwing them through the walls in breach room through to the office, throwing them anywhere
Yeah.
you wanted to go. The second they pass
Dude.
through something, they just become beasts, man. Throwing them through the bathroom floor into the hallway in office, or into the office from the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Gosh.
We'll move on.
Yeah. You're giving so many people ideas. What I wanted to bring up is, you guys remember all these photos of like stuff that I went to go back at Talking Tarkov, and they showed stuff that we haven't seen in further patches. SKS 35 rounds.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of photos. Like, what do you guys think? When do you think they are gonna start putting in the stuff they showed us 5 months ago? 4 months ago?
I think a lot of content's going to be added really quickly from now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of their coding, so they've got a certain amount of coders in their team, and they've got a lot of designers and graphic designers and animation designers, but the actual coders itself that put the actual code into the game to make it all work, those guys were just nabbed and separated to a different area within BSG because of all the netcode issues and all those other issues. Now a lot of that is going to shift across to actual content. I know for a fact that they're trying to get a lot of content in patch 0.11 and 10.5, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be going really it's kind of like this. Well, 10 is the patch we needed as a game, but the one we couldn't be bothered waiting for. And it's like,
we're just like, can't you guys just do this like without talking to us?
and it's get it done, and then hurry up and give us more content, because we get bored of the game. At the end of the day, the servers are dead because everyone's waiting for the wipe, and then they can play the game again, and get the new content. Check out the new content. So it's really difficult for particularly us as streamers.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't tell your mum to shut up. He just told his mum to shut up. That's just so rude.
That was my mom.
Better not be.
Or mum.
But yeah, like particularly as like people that play the game a lot, we all want just content. The flea market though is one of those really interesting things, because the way it's going to work is, Nikita said during the podcast, during Talking Tarkov, that he based it off, got the ideas off EVE Online. Now, I played that game a lot. EVE Online is, it's a online space game, and there's the full PvP side, but there's also a market side with escrow systems, and you can put buy orders up, sell orders, so you don't actually just have to, you don't literally just buy stuff off it or sell stuff off it. People can put an order up to say, I want this item, and I'm going to sell, I'll pay this for it. And so then actually you can have your own, it's going to have its own prices fixated by that. So literally, if like you can't be bothered playing the game, you could literally just sit there and just trade items back and forth and try and make money and put buy orders up and sell it. And people are like, I'll farm fuel conditioners, I'll sell them to this person who's buying them for $1,000, and then that person that buys it for $1,000 will sell them for $1,500. And they'll literally be just people just flipping items non-stop, which would be cool. Like, you could pretty much turn this game into what do you call it? Like an economy game.
Become a Tarkov mogul.
Yeah.
You could be like Slumdog
It's
Millionaire.
gonna happen. You know, there's very talented guys, and I mean, I've done it in Guild Wars a lot. Like, this is the trading and just buying, and then I know Slushy as well. You told me some dirty things.
I love doing it in WoW, man. Just buying out all the cheap items and then jacking up the price. Yeah, crashing the markets and stuff.
Just I want to level this here. Whoever said you need to trade, you need to join in a raid. You don't. That was misunderstood by
wrong.
people. That the whole
Yes.
buy and sell system is via the escrow market in the flea market, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to give something to your mate, you'll have to do it via in-game raids. So a few people got misunderstood by Nikita with that comment. It's if you're buying and selling stuff through the market, it'll be all automated, moved from stash to stash, etc. But if you want to say, I want to give Ghost Freak all the items for the gunsmith tasks, he'll have to go into a raid with me and I'll chuck him in the weapon case like last time. So I just wanted to level that out there. But yeah, there will be the Donald Trump
misunderstanding.
The Donald Trumps of Tarkov, just like Fact Play say.
Oh.
It does.
I mean, the old trading still stays in. So the people that don't want to have any deal with them can still just play the game as it's, normally is.
The only fear, not the only fear, a fear I have of the whole flea market is websites selling items. So
Yeah.
you can get if someone sets up all these macros. Someone from, let's say, a Southeast Asian country is just sitting there all day buying and selling items back and forth and making a gazillion rubles and dollars in game, and then on a website selling it,
Yeah.
Oh, I get exactly what you... Oh,
That's my fear.
fuck.
So-
I didn't even think about that.
and that's what's killed a lot of games markets as well. It's still a problem with World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft actually counteracted it by adding their own way of doing it legally through the game. They actually made game time cards where you can trade a game time card for any item in the game or some shit. So
Oh, and admit, I was lazy when it came to WoW. I didn't want to farm gold. I brought it off Chinese gold farmers. I work all day. I ain't got time for that shit. I spend $20 on my hard-earned dollars for fucking 10,000 gold that I can use to raid, so I don't have to do anything. Hey, I'm happy with that. And then I can buy all my mats for enchantments and stuff like that off the auction house. Like, it was way easy for me. I can't play 17 hours a day like everyone else, so it worked for me.
that's true,
Hey, hey, maybe if people wanna do it,
what do you guys think of the idea of, because the flea market is going to go that way where there will be people with billions of dollars. When the game goes properly live, there will be people with billions of dollars. What do you think of the idea of, instead of having it as cash, as in squares in your inventory, you literally just have a monetary amount sitting there? Like, it's like a number.
See, this came up, and the problem with that is when you have your what is it? Your warehouse, your house stash, hideout. When you have your hideout, Nikita said he wanted you to have everything needs to be physical at the end of the day. So even if you have the bank transfers and everything, I don't know how, if that changed from back then when I heard it to now, but money won't be money, as he said. So I don't know if they changed the whole theory that they're going to just be doing it, the stacks of money, or just make it an online bank account.
Yeah, like a credit card and a bank account.
Credit card, yeah. And
because, like, I just can't imagine, like, you just have money accounts. Like, I'd just be like, oh yeah, fucking my standard edition account, my money making account. That's where I keep my dollars.
Money cases. In your warehouse, in your hideout, you just have money cases stacked up. That's me. Like, I'll be like, let's raid, boys. All the fucking money cases.
What if you could raid people's hideouts and take their money?
That'd be awesome.
That would.
I would yeet. I would be like, yeet into that out.
I'd want to raid a clan hideout.
Would be the best.
I'd be like, all right, bring it on, Clint's fucking black side or whoever's the biggest clan. I'd be like, Bringing it.
Oh,
Bring it on. Pestily army assemble.
let's do it. On
That's like
me
all you
in.
do, though. That's all you do, though. Even at level 1, man, you'd just be like, hey, I got a PM. Let's go and raid a thing. There can't be enough people on there to stop me. Because there's like, you think about it, like, there's going to be everyone who's playing the game is most likely going to be in a raid. They can't just drop out to defend the thing. I don't know if it'll work.
I'll have no money, but I'll keep raiding the biggest guys. I'll just be like, I'll go to that guy's stream and be like, "Sup, Big Daddy? You ready?
Got any money?
Assemble
Hit him up.
every person we possibly can.
Assemble, dude. I'll send up. I'll get the sneakiest people, and we'll raid.
Well, not me then. I'm not sneaky at all.
No, but the hideout thing, you know, as we're talking about it, you know, that's pretty much. That's a long way away
It won't be this year.
from now.
It won't be this year.
Not
hideout.
now. Hideout is not around the corner.
So you've got to go by.
I think they need to.
They were saying it's this year, but I don't think it's going to happen.
You got to go by their
They-
current deployment cycle of patches, right? So every major patch is around 3 months. They'll just keep it like that. If this one comes out 10.5's coming out, let's say mid-October, and 11 will come out November. Well, that means,
With a map.
yeah. So January,
Yeah.
it's not Hideout's not with 11. So if that comes out in November, we've got December, January, Feb at the earliest. And then Arena after that. So
Oh yeah, the arena is gonna be where the men go. Dude, if I find a hatchling in the arena, I swear I'm gonna summit this screen with this. Dude, if I find a hatchling in the arena, I'm done. I'm honestly like, I'll
They should
delete
just
the
send
game.
all the hatchlings in against each other.
no, so
Hatchling
No.
should be matchmaking or generalized matchmaking, so it puts people as close as they can be.
Arena needs a matchmaking score. Like it needs to be a tiered system. And so like you actually care about your matchmaking score. Maybe you, this would be cool because it's kind of like World of Warcraft. This is just a theory that's thought of, but you know how in like Arena in World of Warcraft you get to say a 1650 matchmaking rating, you can buy certain items. Like maybe
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So maybe have it so you get to an arena matchmaking rating, you can buy a certain item. Maybe not make it like a really OP item. Just make it like a cool, trendy item. Like, you want that Tommy gun? Oh, well, you're going to have to fucking work for it. You know, like...
Yeah. Well, ELO rankings are the best way to do it, and I think that'd be really cool. Cosmetic would be dope. You can only have Slush Puppy's beard in the game unless you
Fuck off! I want my own beard.
What are you talking about? I want my beard.
Mine's bigger.
Okay.
Pestily stubble.
Best. Okay. Stubbles.
I asked Clay
5
if he
o'clock
put my
shadow
beard
on
in
the
the game.
No, I think, mate, like, Arena is the thing I'm most excited about in Tarkov. And it's just so far away.
It's so far
I
away.
wouldn't do anything else. I would just be in Arena. All day.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah.
1v1s, the 4v4s.
Everything. I'd just be doing everything.
I can see it now.
I want the 1v5s.
The one before.
So I want to come in and try and be. I want to come in and try and be a monster.
I had a 1v5 in factory yesterday, and the guy brought an item case, and I picked up all their shit. I picked up all their stuff, and I ran out. They even scavved in. Dude. They scavved in.
Okay, so let's just talk
That would
about
have been
that for a second.
sweating.
Do you think arena gear should not leave the arena? So, like, you can make your team's loadouts, and then that's your loadout you're going to use for an arena.
I think that you should get to keep it, but you should have to lay down money to join.
I think they said they're going to do the money thing. You know, you pay a certain amount of money, you go into the fight, you make that money. Plus, if you lose your gear, you don't lose your gear. It's like over and over. I don't know.
I think because if you had to re-gear after every time you lose, it'd be really annoying.
You'll be flat broke in what people call in no time.
But even if you went 50-50, right? So you bought 10 loadouts and you went 50-50, you lost your 10 loadouts, you'd pick up 10 loadouts. Like, it'd be just a mess after every 5 to 10 raids.
Oh, it'd be frustrating. You wouldn't be able to enjoy it like that.
I think money would actually be a good one.
Yeah.
And
the money is clean, fast, and there's no bullshit.
But it also should be taxed hard. So it's like a money pit for the game just to burn some money away. So like, I'm not saying like too hard, but maybe like say it's I don't know, 100,000 rubles to enter, the winner gets 175,000 back.
Yeah.
So 25% just disappears.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a good way just to stop excess money in the game. Because if you don't have those kind of things, like they've already said they're going to put taxes on the flea market. If you don't have those things in the game, eventually there is just too much money in the game.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm just thinking about the animations, the medical animations and everything else.
That's coming in the 10.5.
Yeah, they said that you can still move with some animations. But with all the people saying, no, they shouldn't make it that you're able to move. But I mean, in other games, you can move and heal as well. You know, you're putting a bandage on.
Fortnite, you can't. PUBG, you can't. I know they're battle royales, but you can't. You're bandaging.
Black Ops.
You have to heal. Black Ops, you can't. The new Black Ops game.
You can.
The battle royale one.
Yeah,
you can move and heal. You can move and heal in Tarkov.
You stop bleeds, yeah.
But you can't move, heal, and shoot.
Rust, you can put on. No, not move and shoot. I mean, just like healing, you know. Because obviously, it's not going to stop the people from spawning in raid and just going, oh, morphine. You know, there we begin. And now we all have to sit with, what is it? The screen being sharpened and stuff. That's only going to be stopped when they go. Yeah, that's only going to be stopped when people, you know, you overdose when they're putting the overdose in. But that's going to be for another 6 months. But it's not going to stop. That's what people said. Like, is it going to impede our play styles because we play fast? We don't play that fast.
No.
Like, we play fast, but we still also just sit down and heal and reload like other people. It looks like we're going fast, but we're not. You know, we get to our positions, we shoot, and we stop.
It's just an opportunity to talk to chat. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't mind a good heal. I don't mind a reload a mag. I'll catch up with chat. You look at streamers like Breaking Skulls. He plays super slow. Smoke plays super slow. And they talk to chat a lot while they're playing super slow.
Yeah.
It's a good way to play.
See, I don't like talking to chat, so I just run around and shoot nonstop.
Yeah. Chat at pricks. Screw those guys.
But yeah, I'm not worried about the animations coming in. It's still not going to stop. You can just, you know, how many patches have there been where people are like, you're going to get slowed down. You're going to get slowed down. And I haven't been slowed down for nothing. Like, the speed doesn't slow me down. You know, it's your movement. You are your own movement. So you play.
Well, that's the thing. You just take a different kit. There was like, everyone was like, oh, the loading mag is gonna loading the mags is gonna fuck you up.
Yes,
like, no, I'm just gonna take 9 VSS mags, bro. It's like,
it didn't stop the game completely. Like, you thought like it stopped the spraying of guns. You know, the 60 rounders of people. You know, mag dumping. Or
I still do that.
Exactly. You just bring 9 60 rounders in. It's not going to stop.
An ammo case full of 60 rounders, bro.
And the biggest point that I brought up is, if they really wanted to slow us down, they would remove endurance and strength.
I legit just made a video on strength tonight.
Well, if they really wanted to slow us down, they would take away strength, because that increases speed of everything, and every other skill has increasing of what? Reloading, meds, all that. Oh, that's another thing. You can read the meds. It has a description that you can heal faster. So that's going to be like 1 second done.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not going to be that, because like let's face it, if I peek a corner and I'm going into mid spray, it's very rare that I am not concentrating 100% fully on that spray. Sometimes I'll manage to tick off a heal, but most of the time I actually don't like to tick off heal until I turn away from spray when I'm not actually firing my weapon, because if you peek and you get hit once in the chest and you trigger a 4 or 5 second heal with the IFAK, and then you start dumping a 4 or 5 second heal in the IFAK, and then you turn to retreat, and then he hits your leg and blacks it out, you are fucked. You've got the
You're done.
next 3 to 4 seconds where you are limping. I would prefer to be able to jam a morphine straight away
I'm
and just save it for later.
preloading my painkillers a lot more now in preparation for the meds.
Yeah, I do that from time to time. I'll dump them in me, but
I found that.
Yeah.
How about, this is actually something I'm a little bit curious about. So they've said that it's a partial wipe, and the masteries and trader rep is probably going to stay the same, and Nikita is unsure, but he's thinking maybe passives too, right? If you have your passives as they are now, and you're a level 1, like how much faster is that an advantage come wipe?
it's gonna be sick.
Wait. So they're keeping the skills.
Yeah, your passive
Your
skills.
passives.
Yeah.
Not a fuck. That's not going to work because there's so many people that did the glitch to make all their skills unlimited.
Yeah, but they're
That are
still
ranked
shit, those
51
people.
with everything.
I'm not worried about those ones. I'm worried about Slush Puppy running a little bit faster than me because you level his strength that bit more.
What's your strength at best? What's your strength?
I spent a good couple of hours on leveling it today, so I think it's about level 9.
You're 9.
Yeah.
I'm 15.
Yeah, but you're walking around
I mean-
offline just with a fucking
No. I
hook
didn't.
on your
I didn't.
W key.
And I've got almost 20 endurance. But the point you're saying, like, I don't understand a half wipe. Endurance, like, I don't understand a half rep. Like, what's the point of keeping our rep with the traders when we have to do all the quests anyway
To unlock the
to
ammo.
get the rep to unlock the ammo? So there's no point.
Yeah.
Then you could just do a full wipe. It's
It's the mentality of people that don't play the game as much as us.
They don't want
Yeah.
it. They want people to think that they don't have to do the quests, but in reality, they do. Like they have to do them regardless. Otherwise, they're gonna be shit. So what are you gonna do? Run around and shoot people with PS ammo for the rest of the game? Good fucking luck, mate.
yeah. I mean, if they're gonna if and they don't take away, people are gonna be so fast.
Yeah.
Holy shiz.
But like, what about also people that have a really high level attention and they get keys faster?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They switch instant. Yeah.
I got 9 strength, 25 endurance. That's what I got.
I'm gonna go check mine now.
Mine's about 8 and 19, I think it is, or 9 and 19. So I think it should be a full wipe. I think if they ever do wipes, it should be a full wipe. Unless, if they're going to do a wipe, it needs to be a full wipe. And then I think, honestly, they need to announce early that the next wipe's not going to include certain things, like passives, etc. So then people can prepare for it. Like, the reason why I didn't level my passives at all, and I did, one of the reasons why I leveled to 45.5 times so far this wipe, was because what's the point in going past level 40 when there's nothing to do? And I've got no goals during the raids, and my passives are going to get wiped in a month anyway. So for me, it's just better off playing over and over again and getting really good at the quest, learning the maps, learning different stuff. And then, one day...
I barely tried to level my character. I just hit 50 by accident. Didn't even notice that I went to a raid and I was like, oh, 50.
Because I think it's...
I'm almost 60 and I didn't even try to rush this patch.
Like, Higher Plays was pushing hard for his 70, which he disappeared off the planet for the last month. And, like, I think Warren's still pushing towards 69. Like,
you can't...
64?
You can't get it. You can't get it. Like, you get to... I've done it before. And I asked Nick about it. I'm like, can you get to level 70? And he's like, I don't know. Have you tried? And I'm like, dude, like, the last time I got there, I went past the bar. And I was stuck on 69 and I went past. I went into the minor. So I mean, you can't get to level 70. It's fucked. I've played two. It's literally leveling from level 1 to level 69 again after you get to level 69. You have to do it
Where
all
was
over
this?
again
Like in,
to get to level 70.
0.5 or something.
Yeah.
Because 0.5 you could get to it easy. Like way easier. The experience
kill
used to be
someone
way higher.
that's
You used to get
level
like
50.
30k a patch.
Exactly. And it's like,
Not 30k
I
a rank,
got
sorry.
there. I got there and it's nothing. Absolute nothing.
No, because there's no point. Like I said, that's why I've reset my account so many times and just had fun.
Yeah.
I focused on having fun, trying different things, doing random things, and just enjoying the game. Because after level 40, there's really no difference. Besides, you can buy a few more items. You know? But I just kill the people that have those items and use them.
That's a thing, covert movement. Have you guys leveled much covert movement? Or do you guys know how to level
Yes,
it?
I found it out today how to
Yeah.
level it. It's, you know how there's that little speaker next to your walking?
Yeah.
When it goes to, there's no bars on it anymore, and it's moving around like that.
You start leveling.
So you can actually
Yeah.
work out who's an aggressive player and who's not. What's your level, Ghost? This is really interesting.
Where's COVID movement?
Down the bottom.
It's down in the list, man.
What's your slash?
Mine's 3.
What's your slash?
3.
Mine's 3. You did a lot of hatchet runs, though.
Mine's level 2.
Slash.
What's yours, Pat?
2.
Level 2, is it? I think mine
Jesus.
leveled a lot from hatchet runs because I fucked around because I spent a lot of runs going through and I'd pick up an AKS and then I'd creep around and then fuck people over with just like the single mag AKS. So I think I went up a lot from that.
Dude, it increases the speed of COVID movement as a skill.
See, I don't understand
So you
that.
can-
Because does that mean as you,
Like,
if you have higher level, you can go to like the creep fucking speed, and you like,
you're walking, you're sneaking, and you're like fucking Sonic.
Yeah, mine's level 18.
Jesus.
Sounds.
I
of
just
steps
became
on
3.
common service 22% quieter.
22.
Steps. Yeah. Increases the speed of covert movement. Noises
Mine's
produced
3.
by weapons and equipment are 20% lower. That's fairly good.
That is good, dude.
it actually levels pretty quickly. So if you do go to that creep speed, and it,
Oh, mine was like level 2, and then I did 4 days of hatchet runs, and it was level 18.
yeah,
So that's
You wanted to do the
yeah, it does
man.
it does level pretty quickly, because I used to do a lot of videos and a lot of testing on skills because they used to be, for some reason, my brain more relevant. But now it's just like, you know, such a grind. But after my testing on strength today, I'm like, holy shit, you must need to like, they are really planning to, people are going to take a few years to get strength level 51. Because like, unless you really, really grind it, it's going to take...
Yeah. I don't have the strength to do it. Oh, sorry, I'm lagging.
No, I think you're right. Say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
There we
3.
go, we're good.
very good.
This, yeah. Sorry, no. It's just like, I mean, I've done it. I've walked so fucking long, you know, to get to level 20, to level almost 29, and then I played normally. But that 2 weeks was hell. That 2 weeks of walking 7 hours, like, no, like you can do it, but not a fun. It's harder now. They made it harder now.
It takes 30 hours. I did all the math today, Ghost. I spent about 4 hours on my stream testing it. If you were to throw grenades, you had an unlimited supply of grenades, and you were to sit there to just press G over it again. 30 hours of throwing grenades.
Challenge accepted.
And walking is 270 to 300 hours.
How many grenades do you need?
I spent.
It is... Ooh, where's that? Bear with me, chat.
Jeez, I spent a global F ton. I spent 16 million because that was the old
million or million?
million. Million.
36,400 grenades.
36,000 grenades.
36,400. It's every 8 grenades is 1 skill point.
36,000 grenades.
Yeah.
That's fucking absurd, man. That is so many.
109.2 million if you buy just flashes. As in
What? 100.9?
109 million rubles.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
It's no.
So if you were to play the game 40 hours a week and 75% of the time you're in raid and you just walked without wearing armor, this is without wearing armor, and you just walked, it would take you 10 weeks to get strength level 51. And you only were allowed to walk, and you had to be overweight and walking around. It's just...
I'll do it.
That's absurd.
If you took...
I'll do it.
If you took 10 grenades in every single raid, right, it's still going to take you 3,640 raids to get max level strength.
What's my raids now?
Though. That's.
I usually hit around 1,400 raids per patch.
That's still...
I'm on 1,500 now.
I'm on 1,500 on my main account. Because obviously I did the 4 other levels.
Yeah. We're just taking 10 grenades every raid.
10 flashes.
Yeah, and just peg them all off at the spawn.
That's crazy though, isn't it?
But jeez,
like,
dude, no.
The casual player would never get. I don't know.
No fucking way, man.
No.
But even when the game goes live,
I mean,
you got to think about if they played an hour a day overweight, and they got to do a year to get even close.
They're gonna get destroyed. This is just not a game for a casual player. I don't think it's just.
I've actually spoken about.
No, Nick, they've said it. Like, this is not a game for the casuals. Like, you're not gonna get an advantage, or you're not gonna be A-okay if you don't play the game every day.
I feel like it's more based for the Scav runs are more based for casual players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done 1,400 raids, so I would be
halfway,
1/3 of the way there, or halfway.
Just under halfway.
That's
Piss, what's your longest? Like, how many raids have you ever done on your main account? I've clocked 6,000.
Probably back in 0.5 days.
0.5.
I only played Factory. Like, I never played any other map besides Factory. I used to be known as like the king of Factory, and then Lucas TV was the king of customs for Australian service guys, just so no one flips out.
Oh yeah.
I was doing. I was probably doing 100 to 200 raids a day, I reckon, of Factory. And so,
Jeez.
How many in what? How many days? So you're probably looking at maybe 5,000, 4,000 in that 3 months.
I did the same.
Okay, tell me how many raids you've done.
Yeah, Bio would have 1 million. He dies every 10 seconds.
He's a good example.
But
yeah, like that, he's probably a good example to figure out how many raids you could do in Factory. But to fund it though, you still need to have the 100 million rubles to buy the grenades.
You still, yeah.
And then throw 10.
I mean, even if
killed.
you make.
But I proved that that's possible though. I made 20 million in 4 days.
The money's not the issue.
It's not very hard.
It's.
I
bought 500 flashes. It took up my whole EOD stash, and then my EOD stash lagged out. All right.
Yeah, I've
bought
a whole inventory almost of M61 and my game crashed.
If you were to be overweight, walk everywhere, and throw every grenade you found, you would get there pretty quickly. By pretty quickly, I mean maybe like 3 to 6 months.
A month. Yeah. I mean, if you're doing it specifically, you're playing big maps, long open areas, and you be a deck and you go on shoreline, and just before you head out, you'd make like 2 circles back. But across the map.
The stupid thing is, you'd still have to do it without armor on, because it's by distance covered, not by time walking.
And
this is why endurance levels up faster, as you get higher level
Why
endurance,
is having no armor on important?
because you walk faster.
You walk faster.
So as you level up endurance, you can run further. And so that's why when you're sprinting, endurance levels up by distance covered while sprinting. As you level up your strength, you run further as well while sprinting. So therefore, the higher level strength with the higher level endurance, the faster your endurance levels up. And that's why endurance levels up faster than strength. It's the exact same distance covered from the small amount of testing I did on today. It's the same distance covered to level up each skill point, but it's the fact that you do it faster as a sprint as you do a walk.
Yeah. I prefer endurance, to be honest. I think endurance is far more important now. Strength used to be the be-all and end-all. I used to just basically, like, the start of a wipe, I would just, like, cheese my way to 51 strength and then just, like, fucking have fun. Like, I'd literally just run around and jump, like, non-stop for, like, fucking 30 raids in a row and just have 0% survival rate and then just become a god. I'd be, like, level 10 with max endurance and strength. Like, every wipe.
For me, strength is that burst of energy to get out of that initial shots that you take. It's so good, and you can move faster away from cover as well if you're getting shot.
Yeah,
like it's strength for me is like the end all. It has to be, because the moment you walk in, you're like a fucking grandpa. You know.
Yeah,
that's how it feels like, and you can't get out
level
of trouble.
One. Yeah, when you're level 1, you guys just such a burk. You're just so annoying.
He is. I've got to quickly say hello to you guys, by the way, from MBS 666. I don't know if you know him or not.
Yay! Are you doing MBS?
I
fucking love that guy. Holy shit.
This is something that came up on my stream today, and it's probably part of the reason why I started looking at passives more. I almost feel like there needs to be either a separation or two different fatigues for ADS, so aiming down sights, and being able to run. Because I can hold an M4 at the ready position for a very long time before my arms get sore, and then even when my arms are sore, I can still run away. Whereas
you don't run on your hands?
No, man. But like,
oh, what?
Today,
you freak.
I was trying to line someone up, and I was in the open, and then I shot a scav. Actually, I was shooting a scav. ADS, he was doing his normal scav annoyance and making it hard to hit him. And then as soon as I took down the ADS, I started getting shot at, but I was out of endurance because I was ADS the whole time, and I couldn't run away, and I just friggin' died.
It happens to me a lot. I'm a bit of a runner, and I always pull up to a fight, 0 endurance, and just lose my nut when my cursor is just going crazy. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Skills, we're getting new skills, aren't we? They said we're getting more skills.
The skills are based off the flea market, so they're all going to be like so initially you're not going to be able to put up like 100 trades. You'll be able to put up maybe 10. Once those 10 have sold, you'll get like say maybe 10 skill points, and then you'll be at level 2, and you can put up 11 trades or whatever. So it's going to be based around. It's to stop someone just making to have like 50,000 things up for sale.
Oh yeah, for the same oak, just have. Jeez, I just hope it doesn't just. That menu should like the menus are so laggy now. The first days of the raid, it's like I don't even want to click on that tab. If you click on that tab and it's fucking,
Yeah.
SSD just goes. Nah, I'm out, dude. It's over.
It's not.
No,
it's
dude,
not
I don't
that
want
though.
that.
It's RAM, isn't it? Slush, do you know why that lags so much from a coding perspective? That like when you got too much shit,
lags.
Too much shit in the inventory, in your stash. Like I bought 500 grenades today, 500 flashbangs, and my stash was like on 2 FPS.
I think it's just the rendering time of all of the actual grenades. Like especially for Unity, if you put it into a loop. So what would happen? So the entire inventory would be stored in a matrix array, and when you load it, it would flick through and it'd get a number for each of the matrix positions, which is like a slot in the inventory, and then it would assign it to a specific thing. So it'd be like the bottom quarter of an M4 or a grenade or something like that. And so if all of them are full, then all of them have data in them, and they'd have to go through every single one of them. And then for every single one of them, it would need to assign a picture. And then,
so in layman's terms,
and then
it's an infinitive loop. It's fucking lagging itself
yeah,
out.
it was. Yeah, it's got too much to loop through, and so to fix that, you need to sort of unlink that from the actual load time. So with in Unity or in Unreal, you would not put anything looping like that on and something that's like in the game. So like your inventory, that's something that I'm worried about as well. Is like these bigger containers. The containers are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
And more shit in our stash.
And yeah, more shit in your stash. When you open your inventory in the game, it's going to get to the point where there's going to be looping for so long that it just freezes the game. It's going to be a bit weird.
Which we could see our issues with the flea market then if people have stashes full of crap. It's not like a flashbang is a really detailed excessive item. It's just the fact that I had a fuckload of them that made it lag out.
Yeah.
If everyone has absolute shitloads, and they weren't even in containers, like they weren't in eye cases.
Yeah.
I actually remember.
Dude, I can't open that Scav box, that junk box. If it's full, it's oh my god. Like you open it by accident. It's like you can hear it's dying.
With my end screen on my YouTube
This is
videos.
the what they're saying in chat now. So C# or a Unity issue. It is a BSG issue in the way that they're coding. The problem is that they're moving the items in memory, and that's why it's happening. They need to be moving pointers to the items. So say you have a truck sitting on the road, and you have the option of either that. So all right, so you have a truck that doesn't start on the road, and you need to show it to someone that lives a kilometer away so they can buy it. Do you push the truck there, or do you send them a mobile phone picture of it? Like, it's the sort of difference between that. So a pointer would be the mobile phone picture. Driving the truck over there is moving the item in memory, and that's why it goes so slow. Yeah, and that's
fucking
this is the problem that I think they're actually having a lot of problem with, and why they're having so many hard crashes. You know how your game will just hard crash to desktop? That's usually a hard crash to desktop is always is 100% attributed to a pointer error. And so what will happen is when a pointer is assigned, say you want to go and sell that truck and you try to show the picture to someone and the truck doesn't exist, that's called a null pointer error. And so what happens when a null pointer error happens is that whatever you're doing just hard crashes instantly. And that's why Tarkov keeps hard crashing. Every time it hard crashes, it's a null pointer error. And they're usually quite easy to solve, but it is shitty memory management, Veritas, yes. Yeah. You have to use, Christo, you have to use pointers in game development. You can't just move around entire map objects. You can't move, like, pointers have to be used in game coding. You can't just shift a fucking huge object like a fucking 2 gigabyte map in memory and just say, use this. It just doesn't work. It would just ass rape RAM to infinity. C# and Unity doesn't use pointers, bro. Yeah, it does.
Before we go too in depth, because it's well over my head, I've got no idea what you guys. We could point at stuff all day if we really want to, but it's still not going to move. Yeah. Enough about that. No, but I get it. The issue is it's going to be an issue when it comes to flea market and everyone has too much shit. Well, there's going to be some people with too much shit, let's be honest. Hoarders are going to hoard. Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything in 10.5, haven't we? Oh, the MP7.
Oh, yeah,
the MP7. Holy shit! That's what I wanted to say. That thing is gonna destroy armor. If they put in the rounds, I think they're gonna put in, and the fire rate of that thing might just be the second VSS. Just think about it. The fire rate, the ammo, just the pure, that thing has no recoil. And the VS also, but
Wizard shoots a 4.8 millimeter.
yeah, but it
round.
was designed for it. That's the thing. With small rounds, small fast rounds, they're probably the best armor piercers. So the gun was designed to literally pen armor like mad.
Yeah. Well, it's a small pellet powered by an absolutely massive cartridge, isn't it?
Yeah. So the speed always pens armor. That's what it's.
Yeah, it's the values they give it.
Yeah.
In Tarkov, you just got to remember, guys, that caliber and velocity means absolutely nothing. It's literally just the penetration value and the flesh damage value. It's whatever they give it, and then the firing rate, obviously, because then the bullets how quickly they come out. So it's really just a math between all that, an equation.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the thing. Like, I see that thing is just going to be like the end all. Like, no one's going to buy MP5s anymore. Even if the gun costs like 60k or like 70k, I would rather buy an MP7 and run that thing than a 9mm.
That's why
definitely.
That's why the Glock 18C was such a beautiful gun for a long time.
That thing's a beast.
Oh yes, fire rate.
I think how much do you think the MP7 is going to cost?
80.
No.
80? No way.
80, 70. So the thing is, right?
What is it?
MP7
made by?
No way.
It's a clone Glock. Yes, it's a very expensive gun. Yes, very expensive. It's more expensive than the MP7. The MPX.
Really?
60 to 70k. I promise you.
No fucking way.
I reckon, honestly,
it's such a simple firearm though.
It'll be introduced.
I know.
It'll be introduced around the 30k mark.
What?
Yep, they'll introduce
30.
Yep, I reckon they'll.
Anyone know where I can buy a Heckler and Koch MP7?
They'll introduce around the 30k mark. You know why? And I was talking about this today or yesterday. BSG has this thing about it's new, it's fancy, cheap. And then balance it upwards. Instead of going expensive, make it that little bit cheaper so people can actually afford it.
Yeah.
They've got two methods. They either put it behind a tier 4 trader, which makes it ridiculous, and they always make it too cheap. It's a very common.
That's the thing. Like for me, because everyone went off on the Mosin being, dude, it's a cheap rifle. It is honestly the dirt cheap rifle, and people are going on like they can't make it that much. But it's like
Heckler and Koch. MP5 Sans, $2,700. MP7, $1,500. It's way cheap. It's a way more simple firearm. Surely it's cheaper.
Anyway,
it's the same with the M416. So it's the same with the M416. They are German. No. The M416 is gonna be so expensive. It's the same with the Scar L. Why the US Army never used it, and why our forces and even all the other forces didn't use it except the top tier special forces oaks, is because it costs just too much to run it.
But that's an the Scar is an overly complicated firearm though. Like that has so many more moving parts than an M4.
Yeah, but it's also so simple. The polymer bottom end, dude, it's so like if you broke one down and you broke an M4 down, it's five different parts. It's not that much. But I mean, in their mind, I think they just I don't know.
I've got a video. But somewhere.
Nikita did say it was 60 to 90k.
I've got a video somewhere of me doing a full strip on an MP5. Wish I could find it now.
Mm-hmm. I got a video of me sitting right here, me unloading a full mag on an MP7. I got so many wicked videos of me unloading guns in Vegas. It was so fun.
There's so the scars, the MP7, the Glock. The Vector, because they did say they're putting in 45 ACP, and if they put 45 ACP in, they said they're going to do a different upper for the M4, so that it can just be switched around to, what they call it, the Comp 45 or something, whatever. It's essentially just the M4 body that takes Glock mags, But we're gonna get the 1911. Yeah, the SPRs. Like we're gonna get the 1911. Obviously, if they bring this ammo in, I don't know if there's any other gun that uses the MP7 ammo cartridge. I'm not sure.
If they,
not that I know of.
one person in chat said that the MP7 is from Nikita is going to be Nikita said it's going to be somewhere between 60 and 90. So we'll go with that. I haven't seen a confirmed source of it, like at least a second person say it, but
It's
that's a full M4. It better be amazing.
Yeah. The interesting thing I want to know is Mosin introduced at 16, now it's 26 with the scope costing 10. So it's like 36 plus, it's about 40,000 now for a full Mosin. They're going to bring mods, obviously. If it's 40,000 for a Mosin and it's 70 for an SV98, where does the Remington 700 sit?
That's what I want to know as well. It's not a cheap gun, but it's not very good in the game.
I'm not going to buy a Remington 700 over a Mosin if I can just get a rail for a Mosin and it does the same thing.
The Mosin, this Mosin is just, it's to me, it's all about cartridge. What do you want to use? For me, it's like 7N1, or you want to use that 7.54 by RR, like R.
What's the Remington gonna shoot? Is the question.
Well, there's the different calibers for it too.
There's There's 5 calibers for it.
5 calibers for the gun, like in
so it's
real
gonna
life.
Be 308. It's gonna be 308. So it's gonna be the same.
Is it gonna shoot NATO rounds?
Yeah.
Because like I've never seen one chambered in 7.62 by 51 in real life. Like I've seen a million of them chambered in 3. I've owned one that shoots 308.
Yeah, but 308 and 7.62 by
basically the
it's
same.
Just like it's the same. It's just the head, Like it's the God damn it.
Projectile.
But yeah, that's the difference. It's so minuscule. Like people refer to 308 anyway.
But so if the Remington 700 is cheap in real life, then where does it sit? Like, are you going to have people going, I rather the Remington over the Mosin, even though because they're a similar price? Like, you're not going to use a Remington with an iron sight. Let's be honest, you're not going to use it with an iron sight.
You can, but you wouldn't.
I think it's going to be the.
That's what I'm saying. If you have to put a sight on it, it can't be more than 70,000 because you're going to use an SV98.
Well, it depends. It depends what kind of Remington. If it's a standard Remington 700, that's a $1,500 US rifle for the standard Remington. An SV98 is not that much more expensive than that. You'd say around the $2,000 mark. I'd probably place it around the 50.
They're gonna have to make 60. Yeah, they're gonna have to make it so that there is it needs to be accuracy based for me. Why pick between a Mosin and an R700? And the end of the day should be like, because the R700 has more accuracy, and it's there's less sway on it, and it's just easier to shoot than a Mosin.
And obviously, currently the Mosin in US dollars anyway, so it's going to be 500 to 700.
Yeah, sorry, I was doing Oz prices.
Yeah, so 3/4 of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has to sit between 500 and 700. Anything more, and no one's going to use it. Besides for the memes, like I haven't seen someone shoot an SV98 since the Mosin came out. I honestly don't think
it's supposed to be the better rifle.
I have not seen a single person do it.
I have just one.
Probably,
but I haven't seen. I heard him.
He probably looted it and didn't actually buy it.
The thing is, that's the difference between the Mosin. It needs to be a difference between the two rifles.
More accurate.
The Mosin should be
more stable.
The SV98 was built to be the much more ergonomic, perfect, rifle, and now it's just like, why? there is no balance between it because the scopes still sway. There is no ergonomics. You can't see the difference between the two guys. It's the same thing.
Well, it comes down to the style of play as well. The SV98 is a lot heavier gun. It wasn't like the Mosin could be used as a cavalry carbine as well. So it's not. It was made to be carried around, whereas the SV98 wasn't made for that. So but there is no gameplay meta for laying on your ass at the moment because none of the foliage scopes in for 30 meters plus. So
you can't shoot someone from 500 meters because the scopes aren't zeroing properly.
Yeah,
I would 100% try and snipe people on woods if I could zero my scopes to 500 to 600 meters. I would actually go into the woods. Yeah. I would go in offline mode, particularly when they get the second person in offline mode. We can talk about that later. But I would actually go and pretty much make my little own cheat sheet on where the distances are around the map. And then I would be like, this is my sniper nest. This is where I'm going to shoot from. And I would go around the map, find all the spots. And then I'd be like, all right, cool. Yeah. Now I'm going to wait till people go around those spots. Loot containers, I'll have them all marked. This is 500 I need to zero at. This is 600. And you can treat the game like a sniper.
That's what I have on all of my guns. I have on the buttstock a dope sheet for it. Different clicks for different distances and windages. That's how you do it properly, and that's how it should be, and that's how you would do it in real life. You would go and sit down and you'd lay down with a spotter, and the spotter would use a rangefinder, and he'd range out six different spots or whatever, or however many different spots that he believed that the enemy is most likely to present themselves, and then write you a dope sheet so you could do quick adjustments.
I would on top of that, something that has to change. This is not just. It'd be nice if it changes. This has to change. Scopes don't have either 1 or 2 settings of zoom. It's a fucking It's a turn, and
that annoys the shit out of me.
Zoom it in to the magnification that you want. You don't actually just go, I want full or fucking shitloads. Like it's
that's
I can't see your soul, and I can see your soul like all the way into his fucking corner.
That's what annoys me about the 35, the 7 to 35 on the ATAC. The 7 to 35, it either goes from 20 to 35. It's not. There's no 7. There's no fucking 7 at all. It doesn't even work. It doesn't go back that far. It's utterly ridiculous, man. It's either you can see the whites of his eyes or you can see the fucking atoms inside his eyes, man. Like it's fucking fucked, man. Like, there's no fucking point of it, man. Yeah, control scroll wheel, various tasks. Exactly, man. Yeah. So it's not that fucking hard, bro. Every other game can do it. Metal Gear Solid did it, man. MGS3 did it.
No, it shouldn't even be set at like 7, 10, 15. It should literally be a...
Yeah.
It depends on how many clicks you got on your mouse wheel. On how many times it takes you to go around.
The worst part for me is the whole... How 8 times looks like it's actually like a 30 times. And when the Mosin PU zooms in more than my PSO, which is a 4 times, and the PU is a 3.5, and I'm looking at these scopes, I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to use a Bravo, and I'm like, I can see his soul. And then I use a hammer, which has this exact same zoom, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? You know, there's no, it's like this, or it's like this, or it's like this. No, it's the change.
What is these voodoos and stuff, man? Like that thing's like a dinner plate. That thing's fucking huge. That's only
That's
a 30 millimeter scope on the front, man. Like, and that thing is huge. Like it looks like you're looking at a hubcap, bro. Like that's fucking insane. Like it takes up your entire screen, man. How the fuck are you supposed to fight with that? Does the cunt not... Oh, sorry. Excuse my language. Does the dude not open his other bloody eye when he's shooting? Like, has he never shot a gun before?
I just find ridiculous. It's crazy how is it the voodoo that's at the 1 and 6, and then at the 1 times you're like, I'm lucky I've got a 4 meter long mouse pad because it's the only way I can get from left to right.
Oh yes, it's like swiping. Yeah. Like 1 time zoom, it's like this, and when you're on 8, it's like this.
Yeah,
you know the sense is like 40,000, and even if you put your sense all the way to, like me on 4,000, I can't click this button enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to go down. Put it on
Yeah.
1% and it still flicks like a motherfucker.
I brought my meal press inside and I sit it on top of my mouse pad, and that means I can adjust the mouse in micrometers. Like I've got 2 micrometers on either side, and I can wind it in. Get it right in there, bro. Yeah,
Be precise.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's.
But yeah, I think scopes, and they all need to be. It needs to have a rework, completely.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Even just from the testing on trying to get that longest shot, whilst I was trying to get the longest kill I could possibly get, I was actually testing out trajectory, scopes. There was actually a heap of testing behind it, and it was more curiosity with me, wanting to know how far I could actually hit. So, and what I would need to do it, because even on like when I was shooting the furthest distance, it actually looked like the bullet was going through like a tree, a sign, and a fucking mountain to get through to hit the person. But hey, hit's a hit.
It's it.
I actually want to see one. Like, I had this. I did this weird thing. I actually think about. I put the music on and then I get in the shower and I spend probably 10 minutes in the shower actually just thinking about random shit, usually Tarkov, and I was thinking about how it could be so cool. And this was after I did that sniper video, the video shooting a guy at 1100 meters. How cool it'd be to think of woods as a map, but the water is where the town is, and the outside is actually mountains, and you actually got all the loot in the middle. Like, imagine like resorts in the middle, and everything on the outside's mountains, and you could actually shoot down into the people in the town, and it actually could be like a proper sniper map where
That'd be cool,
if you
man.
want the loot, you got to go into the middle. If you want to try and do some cool kills, you can snipe people from across the actual, we'll call it a valley, all the townships in the valley, and everyone's at, all the spawns are up on the hills, and the extracts can be anywhere. It doesn't really matter. But the coolest part is you can try and snipe people across the whole valley, or you could just be taking shots at people trying to get those loot crates on top of buildings or on balconies, and
That'd be really cool.
I think it'd be
It annoys me. It annoys me a lot that the spar is actually raised on a plateau. It needs to be sunk into the ground with high positions. Like those rocks behind it need to be high enough to shoot down onto the roofs. In my opinion.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Just a couple of vantage points where you could shoot onto a roof. That'd be cool, because then that way it's like the roofs aren't just a. I don't think they're like overpowered, but it's like the only way to kill someone on a roof is you run to the other roof, really, or charge that roof somehow.
Oh, or just square up against them and be way better than them. Like,
yeah,
if you can suppress them and get them to lay down, they're fucked. But if you just like straight up square against them, you don't have a chance.
But to do that, you either have to get on the roof yourself. If they're like in the center of the roof, they pull back from the edges, and you can't shoot them from the bottom anymore. You either have to go on that roof or on the other roof, and it's a fuck fight trying to kill someone on that roof.
Yeah,
which just gives advantage to people who have higher strength, higher endurance, and sprint to the resort.
but if you make a spot that's higher than the roofs, that's the new roofs. People will just sit there.
No, because you have it towards power station in that direction.
Yeah.
And then that way it's center of map. You got to protect yourself from every direction.
Yeah, that's true.
Just an idea.
Hackers. The guys are using that glitch for the keys. I just watched the clip the guy posted, and the fire rate is done with that thing I do. So, yeah. That didn't last very long.
Where we at? We've got about half an hour. Let's go with if you guys have any questions for us, hit us up in chat, and then we'll try and answer some of them.
I'll go and grab a beer while you guys read those.
And then, we'll just do that for a bit, and then we'll have to wrap it up because it's already 1 in the morning for me. It's 1:30 for Slash. Ooh, thick. And, but yeah. In overall, though, I do think Tarkov's moving to it gets better with every patch, without a doubt. It does get better with every patch. It's just a matter of we have to just be patient. It's a slow development. It's just one of those things, and there's nothing you can do about it because it doesn't matter what we do. We can't push people to. Actually, this is something. So we haven't talked about the ranking yet, and Zach, that's a good question. Good question, man. So during the podcast or the Talking Tarkov podcast, the Keita brought up about the ranking system and how. I said it can't just be about kill death ratio. It needs to be about random shit. Like they need to have like who's got the highest metabolism, who's got like, and so then it gives people like you and me, Slush in particular, who don't really care about, trying to be number one in the world, but we like to just do funny meme shit all the time. We can go do that. So, like I did yesterday with the 1170 meter shot, who's got the longest shot? Like you could. Literally try to do all these random things, and it'd be a lot of fun. I want them to go way out there though, like do random shit.
Well, all they have to do is just grab every single stat and just say what's the highest of it. It's not that hard. Just sort them all. Who has the longest range kill?
Like
who's the best KD? What do you want to do?
I don't know. For me, it needs to be. It can be multiple things as well. Like. I mean, I know Battlefield had the region of like who has the best KD, but even that was, even with a game like EA, you could see people. There's no way someone has 99.999 like KD, and there's still people on there, and they, And that's the thing is for me, leaderboards. I hope they take it and they go. They need to if they see someone as high as that, they need to go. Like 100% survival rate, or even 120% survival rate, above the max. They need to go and look like, why,
Sorry. A good point is, would it deter cheaters? Like, would a cheater go, oh, okay, I'm going to be on top of the leaderboard, but it'll expose me?
Yeah, but they can buy another account.
No, you don't think so? You don't reckon it'll deter them at all?
Oh yeah. They're just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna get caught.
But I think if you do the what do you call it? I think that's why I think it needs to be more about the memes, not about the serious sides. The more meme ones they can have, like who has the biggest ragdoll?
Where's the most chonkas?
Yeah. Like, who's got the most cats?
Oh, okay. No, then Pestily wins.
So far.
Oh yeah. Who drinks the most pineapple? Oh my god. Number one teabagger? Nah, insta ban. Fuck off. Get the hell out of here. Nah, but I mean, yes, there needs to be diversity to the leaderboards, obviously, because if it's just going to be KD or survivor rate, then that list is going to be pretty long. It needs to be distinguishable, or it needs to be something that's attainable at the end of the day as well, And it also shouldn't be something that people do seriously fucked up things to get it. That's the worst part. If someone does really fucked up things to get it as well, because we don't want them to be. It's exactly like one of the people saying now that KD, people are just going to camp more for KD. But
I think the best way to, if you can have a leaderboard for KD, have it purely on arena. Like have it all based around arena. Don't have it based around normal raids. Because in that way, it doesn't matter. Like you can't cheese it. Like you can't really cheese it that much. It's going to be showing who's the best people in arena.
You can't have KD's the worst.
Yeah.
Like you just need kills, straight up kills.
That's still farmable.
That is farmable.
Like and KD with arena might not be the greatest with say solos, but in duos, trios, and quads, and lemurs. I'm going to call them lemurs because that's what 5 is.
Should be gear score.
What's
Or,
that?
or just ultimate score. Like it counts everything up and it gives you like your 2000 ranking, and it should be like an Overwatch thing. So you're like a plat or a diamond fucking player or something.
Well, that's just ELO ranking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, ELO ranking. But I mean, I don't want to think about it because I'm not going to go for it, at this moment, because I can see so much poop on the way that's the last thing I'm thinking about. Like people ask me like, "Oh, what are you gonna do for the leaderboard?" I don't know. I'll wait and see when it comes because we can only speculate, Like,
I actually
damn it.
would not want to have richest player on there because
No,
Nah, me neither.
Because I wouldn't want to know
No.
if I was the richest player. I wouldn't want people knowing that.
no.
I don't want it anyway. Take out your gear. Stop being pussies, man. I engaged a squad today, and it was a 3v1, and all of them were wearing like Altons and Forts, and I was wearing a Packer, a Shamaska, and an SKS, and they ran away. And I was like, I killed one of them. I got one like cheeky headshot on one because I was like fucking cheesing around on the top of interchange, top floor of interchange. And then the two guys, they grabbed his gear and just cheesed it. And I was like, what is this? You guys are pussies. Man, I don't want that protective kind of stuff, man. I was complaining so hard. I was just like, look at these pricks. Like, I don't want that
I
stuff.
take my gear off, throw it through a wall, and then fucking blow myself up.
Grind
people
friends.
all people
gears.
stand and fight.
No.
All people stand and fight, man.
Deadly Slob actually brought up during the Talking Tarkov and Nikita. He said that there's a whole new race like thing inside the game now because of the whole I did the 1 to 40 and then Higher and Warren were pushing to try and get 69 first and just random shit like that. That'd actually be kind of like, so you know how like Diablo has its leaderboard. It's like the first to levels 100. Actually, no, it's Path of Exile is the first to 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like you could actually have a leaderboard who gets the first to certain levels, or that'd be pretty cool. Later season.
You only want that because you'd win it.
I wouldn't. Not with the new cheese methods that we found.
Yeah. Hey, they don't actually work. I tested them again today, and they seem fixed.
No way. I gave away all my keys, so I can't test it again.
No, I got someone to kill me like 9 times, and they got 40 experience every single time, no matter what I put in there.
Really?
Full keys, everything.
Maybe they just changed that real recent.
Yeah.
No, the wipe's not right now,
well.
guys.
No. When do we think this wipe's gonna land? It's obviously not gonna happen like fucking right now because people come to my stream and like, dude, I hear the wipes tomorrow. I'm like, shut the fuck up, get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just get the hell out. Like you're starting so much crap,
I'm gonna say it's next
my God.
next Wednesday, next Thursday.
Speaking of people coming in and asking a what, we should do one of these podcasts where we just talk about what it's like to be a streamer.
Yeah.
It's just an entire podcast where we just talk about the streaming life. I think might be nice to get some things off our chest.
Nah.
Just be mean to chat.
I hate it when chat comes in and they're like,
Yeah.
when's the wipe?
Yeah.
And then I have to go,
exactly.
command, wipe.
Wipe. Fuck you, chat. I hate it when chat asks me to do
Meaning
a
life
shoey.
is 42.
Yeah.
I love it.
I hate it when
I love that.
chat asks me to do a shoey every 10 seconds.
Slash, what are you doing a shoey?
Oh.
Why aren't you
Slash,
doing
when
10
you're doing your
shoeys a
shuri.
second? Right now.
Streamer transparency not possible.
No. What is this you speak of? Oh well.
You couldn't.
Okay, but the clothing and everything. Every announcement, I feel like there's been clothing posted or something leading to it. When is that trader coming in for the clothing? Because that day, I'm gonna be the cheekiest breaky.
There's like 5 traders still not available from the wiki.
5.
Yeah, it's about 5.
What?
Yeah,
No way.
It's on the wiki. Someone said in my chat the other day, I was like, bullshit. And they're like, no, seriously.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and then I checked the wiki, and it was like, there's like 5 traders that still haven't been on it. You look it up for me, but I'm fairly confident it's 5. It's 3 to 5. I'm leaning more towards 5.
Cloth boy. Cloth boy, Ragman's little brother.
Oh,
It's gonna be it's gonna be a bear trader, and then there's gonna be the USEC trader. So there's 2 in itself.
oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's gonna be I feel like they need to have more ways of spreading out the way loot is obtained through traders, because it's kind of like, and I really understand the frustration, and we talked about it before about the whole this game's not for a casual player, but it should, like, where they started going with all these trades, like you're actually in the barter trade, so you can trade, like, I don't know, fucking car battery and Mosin with a scope. So you don't have to be level 2, you get a Mosin with a scope. That's one. But, like, make it more available that anyone can get a item for something else earlier, and not make it so much about an actual level. So you could even make it so, like, all the top tiers aren't even of armor aren't even purchasable from being at the top tier of traders, but actually have them as barter trades early on. And then that way, earlier on in the game, people have access to these gear. It's just not common, you know? And then at the end, you still have maybe, like, have at the top tiers more mods and cosmetics and that kind of stuff. So you can still have, like, a little bit of an advantage being a higher level, but not like you are fucking on everyone who's level 20 or below.
Gen 4, I'm insta juggernaut against Packer and Colpack guys. Yeah. That works.
There's 5, Ghost. Leshy, Baskir, Warden. Is it really Cocklol? And Dealmaker. I don't know if he's trolling me there.
Cocklol. What's your name? Cocklol. Penis lol.
Yeah, so... But I think that would be a cool way of just making it so... It's more... You get some benefits from being on the top levels. Not a major one. But, like, maybe you can get that little bit extra recoil reduction and that. Some cooler cosmetic shit. Definitely has to be the coolest cosmetic shit at the highest levels.
I think sights. Yeah. Sights should be top tier. Like, you have to get the best sights. You have to use crappy sights to start with, like iron sights.
Yeah, maybe some silencers too.
Because that's a luxury sight.
I think they're going to change, like, armor prices, and also the availability of armor as well, the higher tier armors. Because as soon as I got into Clean Stream, because I hosted him, the next moment he's like, "What do you think about armor?" And Eli just went off. He was raging because he just got 2 tapped in, like, armor, but he was screaming. And Clean's like giggling, trying to ask me, like, "What do you think? What do they need to do with armor?" I'm like, make it cost more. I don't know. Fuck it. Make it so that I don't know. Armor doesn't feel like, oh shit. You know, you picked up a fort, old fort. You know, you picked up the 6B, right? And it felt like, oh shit, I need to leave the raid. You know, I have a fort. Now it's like, you'd rather leave the fort. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's like a massive thing.
It just needs to... Alright, so when the wipe hits, I rush to 40, I get Gen 4, or even at, 30, I get Ragman 3. I'm the first person to 30, or let's say first person in Australia to 30. There'll probably be more people pushing for it this time. I've got the Gen 4 armor, and everyone else is still rolling mostly like PS 762, and, you know,
you're a juggernaut.
I'm a juggernaut. And it's why,
yeah,
even though I was actually tired, I hadn't been awake for over 2 days, I was still getting like 5 to 7 kills a raid. Because I was literally just...
I mean, just look what happened to you when you had that that armored ring on, and you went against the boss Scav, and you were just like, get the leave me alone. Dude, it was like exactly. You were like a juggernaut, and everyone else against you were like pea shooters. Like, oh, let's shoot him.
But yeah, I think the way to counteract that is to put those trades in and actually remove it as a purchasable item. Just the top tier, I'm talking, not all armors. Like, still have like level 1, like have packers and 2s, UNs, and.
Hey, before we talk about the traders forever, can we talk about Killer? What do you think he's gonna be like?
Ned Kelly. I want him to rename him Ned.
Where is he gonna hang out? What's he gonna do? If he gets shot, is he gonna have if he's gonna have blokes with him? What kind of loot he's gonna drop? Like, what do you guys think?
Solo. He's a solo LMG Opnik Gopnik.
What?
You talking about the Scav boss, the new one?
Yeah.
What's his name? Killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
He's got an RPK.
Floor.
He's got a magazine-fed RPK, and he's got a Ned Kelly helmet for the non-Australians. That's pretty much a bucket on his head with a slit for eyes. Or as Nikita said it, slit. Anyway, and and he's got actually a proper fort on, not a 6B. He's got an actual proper fort on. I think he'll just be patrolling around the centre of interchange. I can't imagine him being anywhere besides near Kibber.
Mm.
Where would they put him?
From the picture, you were standing on second floor in the middle.
Maybe
in the middle with all the sandbags, with all the armored plates there, you know. Oh, by the way, you can shoot through those. Those massive sheets of metal, you can shoot them through with a pistol and kill people. They're worth nothing.
I hope every time he fires as well, he unloads a full mag. Just to scare the shit out of people.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And he just mags something.
That's one thing they need to add with the Scavs is suppressing fire. Because Scavs only shoot on line of sight. They need to actually like suppress. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
They're actually suppressing when they shoot your legs.
Leg shots are not suppressing fire.
They hurt.
Like, if they're using an automatic rifle, they need to like fully suppress. Like, suppress the area where you were. So say you duck behind cover, then I just stand there and wait until you peek, and then shoot you again the instant you peek. Like, they need to put down like suppressing fire.
If Killer has it's gonna have an RPK, and it's gonna be magazine fed instead of belt fed. Is the only way to get the magazines from him? And if so, how many magazines does he have? Because they're going to be like big mags. They've already said it's going to be somewhere between 70 and 100 round mags.
Yeah, it's a 75er, but they said he wanted to push it up to 100. The thing is, people don't know that there are 2 mags coming. There's the 74, the AKM, and there's the 545 mag as well. There's 2 mags. So there's 2 mags, with the one being 75 and then the other one being 100 to 96 or something. Yeah, 96. Oh. But the thing is, that RPK is is a next gen gun. You know, it's not a AK. It's like an AK-12 from, yeah. But it's gonna be good.
But do you think they limit the flow of magazines? Because otherwise, everyone's gonna be running around with 100 round mags. I'll run around with 100 mag. I don't know about you, but fucking.
I mean, did you see the Surefire 100 round mag for the M4?
Yeah.
That thing still hasn't been dropped, and that thing is like, you know, what's going to stop the M4 guys shooting 100 rounds and not 60?
I don't know. Yeah.
So I don't know. RPK 16. That's what it is. Sorry, RPK 16.
So
yes,
that's my fear is they implement this RPK with a 100 round mag, and then they put all the they make it purchasable, those magazines, or even just trades. I think they should limit the magazines to him, because in that way you're not running around with 100 round mags on all your guns. Because otherwise that's going to be the meta.
That's true.
Every AK is going to be 100 round mags? No? Yes, maybe?
Yeah. If you can buy them.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're not stopping us buying 60 round AK mags, which isn't the most sought after thing in the big well at the later end. You know, in the beginning it's gold, but you can't buy 60 round M4 mags, which is it's not killing anyone. We can't buy 50 round FAL mags. We can't buy 50 round M1A mags. And I hear there's the Surefire 50 round RSS mag is also coming. So, I don't care. If they need to be tradable. Yeah, they need to be tradable because if they're buyable, we're just gonna have
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah, it's gonna be too many. It's gonna be like, oh, this guy had 60 rounders, and then
I'll be like, I'll hold up in that building. / you go up to that building while I'm just peppering it, and you just throw your grenades in. Like that's what it'll be.
Yeah,
dude, that's gonna be so fun though. Come on.
Oh, I'm excited for it.
Having a support guy being okay, he's in this window, and then just being, just keeping dorms just lit up.
You just do like 2 to 5 round bursts over and over again. You don't even have to go full auto, non-stop.
Yeah. Making them crawl down the hallways, and Slushy comes up. Hello. Takes a shoe and throws a grenade.
Hang on, guys. I got this.
Sorry. Takes a shoe. You see him from second story dorms. He's in level 3. Takes a shoe, throws a grenade.
Throws the shoey, drinks the grenade. Whoops.
Whoops. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see. I think the one change I do want to see with Scav bosses, and I think this would make so many good changes to the raids, is instead of making it random for a Scav boss to spawn, make it 100%, but make it a random time in the first half an hour. So people like
to make the people.
So people like pretty much you and me and all three of us really. We push through a customs game in under 10 minutes. 99% of the time. 10, 15 max. If you make it spawns sometime in the first half an hour. Yeah, I might have missed the Scav boss. I'll probably just get him on the next raid. But those guys that actually do play slow get a chance to kill him. When the Scav boss spawns in customs, I'm at the Scav boss in the first 5 minutes. It's dead. I'm out. Toodles. It's like that person never has a chance to get the Scav boss. Whereas if we did it, if it was random in the first half an hour, people might camp it. Good on them. That's fine. That's acceptable. You can farm it for all I care, but at least it gives an opportunity for the people that play the game slower to actually see a Scav boss. I have people in my chat all the time actually saying that they've never seen a Scav boss because it's like they're always dead, like isn't alive, or if they do see them, they're dead instantly. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's so good. Yeah, it's the last time you brought this up as well. Just make it so that he spawns at a random time. Everyone can get him. And it's for the farmers. It's gonna make more gameplay. It's gonna be more PvP. And it's not going to be that farmable if it's a squad of 4, because they're not going to get that much out of it. Each one of them gets a 74 and a helmet. That's not going to be worth it. But one guy taking all that loot and all the attachments of the guns, he makes easily 400k, 500k if he's smart.
But you could
plus a Bitcoin.
But you can do that on Shoreline and Interchange, so it's not like you're actually going to break the economy by doing it either.
Exactly. You're not. Yeah.
I think I'd really like to see that change. Out of the majority of things of just like quality of life for people, I think that'd be up there.
Yeah. Scav boss awards, I think, should be the next go. I agree with Sigma on that one.
Ghillie suit.
Bring more people into the map.
It needs to be like the end on MGS3.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be dope. Mosin boss, boys. He
Oh
doesn't.
my
He
God.
doesn't. He doesn't. All he has is a Mosin, and he just one taps all your gear for you pricks.
Just yeah. Is he gonna have the parakeet with him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my!
Wake up,
dude.
Dad.
Wake up!
Yeah, yeah.
Suka!
Yeah, when
The bird just screams
just as about to
Suka!
kill you, he just goes the end. Yeah, yeah. That'd be wicked. You can sneak up behind him and just kick him to death. That's how I fight the end.
Or just not fight him and then he dies. Have you seen? Have
Yeah.
you done it? Yeah.
He's just a decomposing body.
What would the scav boss be for Shoreline? Where would it be? You couldn't put it in resort.
Oh, he's a scav in Soviet colored board shorts down on the beach, just relaxing on a recliner. That's all he is.
Got Nick playing in the background. Oh.
Yeah, I really wanted the scab boss on the mall to be Paul Blart Mall Cop on a.
Oh my
Segway.
God! Just on a
That's all I wanted.
Segmo. Just oh God.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
really what I wanted.
Inside 310. Just inside 310. Just
Yeah.
like, are you doing actually?
I think that the scab boss on Shoreline should be in the church, and it should be a
Ooh,
like a cultist. Yeah.
Oh wait.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be like a really strong scab boss. I think it should be like, see, you've got your scab boss with one person with killer, and then like one person with 4 dudes on custom. So I think he should be like a scab boss that's not overly strong, but there's just fucking 30 of them. That's what I reckon.
yeah.
And they just charge you with
Yeah.
like different melee weapons because they introduced like 6 to
Yeah.
10 melee weapons.
Yeah. Or just shitty pistols or something, or like fucking, or they've all got like fucking cleanse or something dumb, but none of them are armored. They're all just wearing like dumb rags and covered in dirt and like just fucking, they just go ballistic.
Like a man dress kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. And for our factory, I wanna prick with a flamethrower. That's what I want.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah.
Did
Like,
you see the flamethrower fuel? It was in the game.
Yeah, yeah. I want to
menu.
do with a flamethrower. Like, I want him to be like, I want him to roam the tunnels, and so he roams around in the tunnels, just roasting everyone that walks around in the tunnels. I reckon that'd be cool.
That would be sick. But I think I could so see the flamethrower just becoming like the massive like lag issue.
Me.
Yeah, he's such a meme.
Ooh, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
Scav boss, let's get to him. Open his door. Yeah. Throwing a grenade and the thing blows up in your hand. Yeah, I can see all of that happening.
So a point.
What are you playing? I'm playing Microsoft PowerPoint.
A point was made on the from Nikita saying that the 40mm grenade launchers are going to be limited via the amount of how many there are. As in, like, it's going to be, they'll put a set number, could be 500,000, whatever. And then once they've been looted, until they actually get lost in the game, as in, like, disappear out of the servers completely, off the actual servers, no more will spawn. I have fears with that, with the flea market and the monopoly of people saying, well, if you want one, you're going to have to fucking pay the big bucks. But also, they're making it so the ammo is really rare. I don't know exactly if I like the idea of how that being the way to control the 40mm.
Yeah.
I think what they should do
the 40 mils.
is they should make it. They make the easiest way to control the 40mm is make it 100k at least, 100k for the 40mm grenade launcher, and then they need to make each round for it costs 10k, and they need to make it so when you shoot it, it's hard to, like, you can't just fucking pull it out in close combat. So when you shoot it, if it hits a wall, anything up to like 5-6 meters, it just bounces off and does nothing. And then, so it can't be used as a singular weapon. It has to be used in conjunction with something else. And the only way people will use it then is a secondary weapon on top of a big kit.
Well,
That's my opinion on it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is it? the 40 mil in real life on an M79 or on a Steyr, because the one I've used, the arming range is 14 to 27 meters. It might be 12 to 27. I hope no one from 7 RR is listening. It's 12, 14 to 27 meters for the arming range. So anything short of that is just a projectile coming at you like a slug.
Yeah, it's a slug.
Yeah,
exactly.
Within around 80 meters per second.
Yeah, with all the rounds they have, they've got like. Did you see all the different rounds they have? It's that update for me feels like it's gonna be its update on its own, just 40 mics, coming in, because they've got several launchers, and they got all the Russian Voknik nades. They've got all the Mike 40s, They've got the buckshots, the flares, the everything. It's gonna be a big patch, but as they said, the launchers aren't gonna be that, I feel like it's gonna be like the Moses code.
I don't know, like you guys have shot one in real life. I shot one when I was in Vegas, and I found it really difficult to aim. To be honest, found it incredibly hard to at close range. It's pretty fucking easy to hit something, but I found it hard to aim. To be honest, I don't have much experience with one, but I found it difficult.
They're gonna let us buy the leaf sights for it and everything.
Up to 250 meters, I can land it on whatever you want me to.
Yeah.
I've shot a lot of
really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
wind's the biggest factor. After 250 meters, wind takes a lot of effect.
Yeah. Oh well, I've only shot a couple, so yeah. I guess I'm.
We have competitions to try and get 3 in the air at the same time. I can only get 2. So.
Just anyone able to get 3?
Yeah. If you like, you got to have it in your hand, and you got to you go boom, and then you click the button and you got to slam it in. You got to be practiced on it.
Yeah.
2. You can get 2 in the air quite easily.
But you can do that with the bolt action rifle, like that kind of speed shooting. Like this is something that really pisses me off about the game with bolt action rifles, is how incredibly slow. Chook. Yeah, he's very deliberate about it. But like, I don't know. Like the other day, we were joking about this a while back, and I went shooting probably about a month and a half ago, and I went shooting, and I emptied a 10-round mag, and it took me probably 3 seconds to empty a 10-round mag in a bolt action rifle, just like bang, 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 and it's really not accurate, but it's a lot quicker than what it is in the game.
In Battlefield 5, you can see he's not even holding the gun, he's holding the bolt, and he's just clicking, and you can see the animation on the cars that they're using in Battlefield 5, and he's holding the bolt. He's not even holding the gun. And that thing could be in a sniper. Yeah, he just pulls back and then, shoots. But he's on that bolt like every single time. And that can be it.
I reckon we've spoken about before, masteries and like you say sniper skill should be increasing that speed of cocking pulling the bolt back.
Definitely.
Yeah. What do you reckon? We call it there? That's 2 hours. It goes so quick.
Yeah,
this is seriously so quick every time we do it.
I mean, we go through it, but we go through all the stuff we want to talk about. The next patch and what's the current problems, and and we get some ideas from the chat, and everyone looks at our beards and stubble. 5 o'clock.
Mate,
perfect.
I'm a firefighter, right? Just back off.
Nah, dude. We love
it. Well, mine touches my eyebrows. Actually goes way past it.
I haven't had a haircut in a while. I'm looking like...
Hey, Slash.
Anyway.
Can we stop?
Anyway, guys. Guys, thank you very much for the chat tonight. Really do appreciate it. Guys, in chat, go check out GhostFreak66/puppy. Don't worry about Anton. Go give those guys a follow. Anton, he sometimes pops in. He's actually asleep right now. He posted a YouTube video, went straight to bed. But if you enjoyed the conversation, repay these guys by giving them a follow over there on the streams. They've all got YouTube channels they're working on. Ghost Freak's a little bit behind on it, but he's definitely going to be getting that going. Anton's a cool dude. He will be here next time. He got caught up with some stuff. Besides that, thank you very much for tuning in. We will definitely do this more often. I know the last one was about 3-4 weeks ago, but I would like to do it every second week at the most. If you guys are down, we've got I don't know what you call slush right there. That's the new face mask going into the.
Make it emote. Make it emote. Oh my god. Make it emote. Just please. That's so good.
My secondary beard is bigger than Pest's beard. This is my neck beard.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for that.